I already talked about what they did to Cenk, right? Cenk, not Cenk. I don't know why I keep calling him Cenk. I know I keep calling him Cenk. I do that because it's funny, but sometimes I forget that I shouldn't do that because it's a foreign name, and by mispronouncing his foreign name, some people take that as racism, and I don't mean it that way. But anyway, so he had David Duke on his program a few years back, and he goddamn destroyed David Duke. As H Bomber guy says, this Uygur guy absolutely wrecked David Duke in an interview and made fun of him to his face with sarcasm. When Duke said he wasn't racist, and the New York Times reporter reported this as Uygur agreeing with him. Yeah, basically, David Duke was like, I'm not racist. And then Cenk was like, yeah, sure you're not. And the New York Times, who wants Cenk to fail, Cenk, why do I keep saying Cenk? Cenk to fail. Because they don't want to pay taxes, right? They don't want these progressives in office. So these media companies are owned by fucking billionaires who literally pay people to lie to us to get us to vote against their own best interests. So they're doing exactly what they did with Corbyn in the UK, where they paint him as anti-Semitic, when there's nothing fucking anti-Semitic about him. It's exactly the same thing they're trying to do to Bernie right now. Paint him as an anti-Semite, even though he's Jewish and has never done any fucking thing anti-Semitic. But they don't want these motherfuckers in office. So these goddamn billionaires who own all these fucking media lie to everybody. And it's working. It's fucking working, folks. And this is what the New York Times said. Figures including David Duke. In one clip that circulated on Twitter, Mr. Dukes ends an interview by saying, I am not what you call a racist. To which Mr. Uygur replies, no, of course not. He said it sarcastically. But the New York Times just lying motherfuckers. They lie, and then they know if they have to print a retraction, few people are going to see that retraction. More people are going to see the lie than the retraction. So it doesn't matter. They can still get their propaganda through. And so they had to correct it. Correction! An earlier version of this article referred precisely to a remark by Cenk Uygur, a radio host running for Congress. When David Duke appeared on his show and denied being a racist, Mr. Uygur was sarcastic when he replied, no, of course not. And Secular Talk called them out for it. But like I said, the damage has already been done. So many people will see that, and they'll never see the retraction. They don't even care. They don't even care it's a lie. Because it's just ammo they can use against him. And that's how the game is played, folks. That's why it's so frustrating. That's why it seems fucking hopeless. Like, we need to break up these fucking media companies. Billionaires should not be allowed to own newspapers, in my opinion. Is that authoritative? Yeah. Yeah, I'm fine with it. We have to change it. You know what's more authoritative? More authoritative is having a few people, like 9 people, have more money than half the fucking world, and using that money to basically have more power than any human being should have. To me, that's what's authoritative. Letting them brainwash society into voting against their own best interest. That's authoritative to me. And Bernie, the self-hating Jew, right? I mean, you can be a self-hating Jew. Like, you can be a racist and be black. Just look at Jesse Lee Peterson. But Bernie Sanders definitely is not fucking anti-Semitic. It's just absolutely ridiculous, right? And of course, Dave Rubin, no self-awareness whatsoever. Listen to this. Let's see if you can discover the irony in this post for yourself. If you can discover the lack of self-awareness in the post for yourself. I know everyone would like me to kick Cenk while he's down, but perhaps we should take this time to focus on how progressives like Cenk preach tolerance, then speak about and treat women and minorities totally different behind the scenes. So he's like, I know everyone would like me to kick Cenk while he's down, but I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm going to kick Cenk while he's down. That's exactly what you're doing. You're kicking him while he's down, motherfucker. Good Lord. But, you know, it doesn't matter. Nobody cares. His fan base doesn't give a shit. He can be a hypocrite. They love it. They eat it up. Shoot it into their veins. It's all about tribalism, folks. It's not about logic, reason. Hey guys, how's it going? Dusty Smith here, and if you enjoy my show, please consider supporting me on Patreon. All proceeds from the show go to the Humanist Society of Mississippi Animal Shelter, something I set up here to rescue animals. We got these little guys from a storm drain. We do a lot of good work here. So if you like my show, please support it. Thanks a lot.